everyone, welcome to the news at 10 on NTN News 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Nolin Ebel Ame. Let's begin with the headlines. President Tinubu addresses cross-section of Nigerians in Japan, reassures of meeting expectations at home and in diasporans.
It's a profound moment of pride and unity for Nigerians in the diaspora, and we are deeply honored to receive you.
INEC presents certificates of return to newly elected National Assembly members. Rehabilitation work on Bidamana Waterworks nearing completion, says National Hydroelectric Park Producing Areas Development Commission. Stakeholders laud federal government presence in the zone. President Bola Tinubu is reassuring Nigerians home and in the diaspora that his government is building a new Nigeria that will meet their expectations. Addressing a cross-section of Nigerians resident in Japan, the president called for the diasporans' contributions to accelerate the expected growth in Nigeria. State House correspondent Musba Wahab reports.
On the margins of the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, President Tinubu opted to feel the pulse of his citizens in Japan and perhaps to elicit their contribution in the Project Nigeria.
Sir, on this historic occasion of your participation in TICAD 9, your presence here marks a profound moment of pride and unity for Nigerians in the diaspora, and we are deeply honored to receive you in the land of the rising sun.
These established individuals in various fields, including academics and entrepreneurs, are aware of the policy reforms and decisions of the current government, which they agree are necessary for growth.
And we've been seeing the reforms you are doing in Nigeria. It is tough to make the right decisions, just like a father tells a child, go and study. We don't want to study, we want to play. But the reforms you have done so far in Nigeria, the things you have put in place are foundations that will catapult Nigeria to the next level in the next generations to come. I'm really grateful for that. And we all personally look forward to going home and investing more in Nigeria.
With Nigeria's economy recovering and so widely acknowledged by global bodies, the presidential team also presented the opportunities available for the diasporans to key into.
Several years ago as governor, he was here, and that the things he promised and pioneered are the things upon which Lagos today is developing. That is the kind of future that we're expecting for our country with this president.
Of our nation's oil industry is now developed by local corporates raising money from Nigerians in diaspora, raising money from international financial institutions, and contributing actively to the economy.
From the beginning of this administration, we have no product on the shelf. Everything was just prototype. And today we have 40 market-ready products. We're also building a 40-hectare renewable industrial park, an electric vehicle factory, and so many others. So Mr. President's policy has opened up the door, and we've seen diasporas and companies from all over the world coming into Nigeria, making commitments.
The diasporans attest to the gains of the reforms as manifesting with the easier access to and renewal of international passports, and President Tinubu wants them to believe in the possibility of a new Nigeria where things work.
Now, if that nationality document is reflecting the expectation of all of you, so you can be assured Nigeria will meet all your expectations. The changes that we embark upon is all about us as a people and leadership of Africa. Don't take it lightly.
assuring of economic stability, social interventions, and efforts leading to the reversal of medical tourism. He invites Nigerians in the diaspora to come contribute to the growth so desired.
For the economic growth and opportunity that is available in Nigeria, don't stay away. Your contribution is very much in need. If we stay away, who will build it? If we don't join hands and work together, then we've lost the hope of being the leader that we're supposed to be. Your citizenship is in your passport. Your person is your character. And I can give you the assurance we are seeing the beginning of Nigerian rising.
And as the government strives to sustain the leading role of Nigeria in Africa, the president wants the diasporans to continue to project and protect the integrity of the country across the world. From Yokohama, Musbah Ben Wahab, NT News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu departed to Yokohama, Japan on Thursday night for the ultra-long flight to Brazil, where he will begin a state visit on August 24. President Tinubu, in a release by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, will have a stopover in Los Angeles before continuing his journey to Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. President Tinubu began his two-nation visit on Friday, August 15, when he departed Abuja. He and his entourage stopped over in Dubai, UAE, and arrived in Yokohama early in the morning on August 18. After attending the opening ceremony and plenary of the 9th Tokyo International Conference for African Development, TICAD 9, on August 20, President Tinubu held some bilateral meetings culminating in the interactive session with diaspora Nigerians on Thursday night. Now, the Federal Ministry of Education will on 25th August unveil a portal and strategic vision for Nigerian teachers, and with us here in the studio to discuss more is the Registrar CEO, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, in the person of Dr. Ronke Shoyombo. You are welcome to the News at 10. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much for inviting us this morning.
All right, let's begin this way. What's this portal all about?
Thank you very much. Teachers Registration Council is an agency that controls professionalization of all the teachers in Nigeria at different levels. I'm talking of tertiary, primary, and secondary. And also we do a lot on regulation of all these wonderful teachers as well. However, for a very long time, people have suffered where they've not received certificates on time, licenses on time after passing the exam. And so you will see that part of the pillar of the Honorable Minister for Education is data and digitization. So what we're doing at the moment is to see how, the portal that we're launching on Monday is going to allow things to work seamlessly. A lot of people can actually access us more online now. And not only that, people don't need to wait for us before they print out their certificates. So as soon as they have the go-ahead, when verification is done, examination is done, and we have the service level agreement of how many days it should take. So with that, people will be able to actually access their resources also online. So the portal, we've got a lot coming on the website on Monday. We've got a lot of resources that people can read ahead of time before coming for professional qualifying exam. So it makes life easier because we're not just looking for people to come and do the exam. What we are after is what impact is it making on the classroom. And so there must be resources given. We must actually empower our teachers. And there are quite a lot of resources that teachers can access online. And so I want every teacher to look forward to actually accessing these resources more from Monday.
All right, still talking about the impact. How is this innovation going to, impact on uplifting education standards in the country as a whole?
Right. Thank you very much. It's really going to have, because number one is we want every teacher to have more confidence that they belong to a body. When you look at doctors, when you look at lawyers, they have their law schools, they have their medical schools, and it gives them a sense of confidence for belonging to that particular profession. And that's the same thing that TRCN is doing. So it gives them a sense of belonging, but at the same time, what I'm stressing on is not just the sense of belonging, but it also gives them access to resources that they can use in classrooms. It gives them access on what they can do with their mandatory professional development, professional standards, and also you will see that a lot of things that will empower teachers will be on this website as well.
All right, at this point, what is your word for Nigerian teachers?
My word for Nigerian teachers is let's put our best into it, let's do it, because the child is at the center of everything that we do. We want to develop better future leaders, so we've got to improve our subject knowledge, we've got to improve our styles of teaching, and let's give the best to our students because they are the future leaders of Nigeria in order for us to be benchmarked with the international world.
All right, thank you very much, Registrar and CEO, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, Dr. Ronke Shoyombo, for joining us on the News at 10 and, of course, for your input.
Thank you very much.
In other news, INEC has presented certificates of return to National Assembly members-elect at the August 16 by-elections. Mia Ogede reports.
Like footballers entering the pitch, replacing others during halftime. Look energetic, with a man determined to make a difference. 2 senators elect and 5 House of Representative members elect. They got the blessings of the electorate at the August 16th by-elections. Victory sealed by INEC. Out of the 2 senatorial seats, APGA won, APC won. 4 out of the 5 House of Rep seats, APC won 4. Though a lone bright spot for the PDP came from Ibadan North in Oyo State. Joseph Ipia, Edo Central Senatorial District, says they are set for serious business and time is not an excuse.
For me, it's not a huge challenge because I'm quite sure, and the way I attend to my people, the way I attend to them right now, these few years I'm here, I'm going to be there, we also determine what they feel about me.
Now attention totally shifted to Anambra State for the November 8th governorship election. Mia Ogede, NT News.
You are still watching the News at 10 on NT News 24. Let's pause here for a break. Stay with us.
On behalf of the Ododo family, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for standing with us in our time of grief. Your fatherly support brought us comfort. We also thank the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, for personally visiting Okene to commiserate with us. To the Nigerian Governors Forum, Progressive Governors Forum, our esteemed leaders, traditional and religious fathers, and the good people of Kogi State, we are deeply grateful for your prayers, visits, and words of encouragement. Though the passing of our beloved father is a painful loss, your love reminds us we are not alone. May Almighty God bless you all. Announcer His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo for the family.
Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Thank you for staying with us on the News at 10 on NTA News 24. The rehabilitation of Bida Mana Waterworks and intervention of the National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission has reached 90% completion, with the Commission's resolve to see to the realization of the water scheme for portable water supply to Bida and its environs. Mercy Fabi reports.
The inspection, which was the first official assignment of the Managing Director since his reappointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was to inspect the level of work done at the Mana Waterworks. The intervention of NIPADEC is a deliberate action aimed at reactivating and energizing the more than 40 years waterworks, which has been moribund for about 15 years now. So far, 5 MVA power transformer and 29 other items have been supplied and installed to upgrade the waterworks for effective utilization to about 600,000 people in Bida and its adjoining communities. The inspection was also to provide possible solution to the impending challenge of certifying the fallowed 2 other 2.5 power transformers and reticulation.
A significant progress has been made. Our major interest is to see that Bida town is relieved from its present predicament of lack of pipe-borne water.
The entourage was also at the Bida Wadata Palace to brief the Etinupe Yaya Bakar on the progress made to end the about 15 years perennial water shortage in Bida.
We hope and pray that the HAPADEC and the state government will collaborate very closely to ensure that this issue is a thing of past time.
The MD, Abubakar Sadiq Yelwa, promises to consolidate the gains of his first tenure for more positive impacts on the Commission's communities. Mercy Fabi, NT News.
The body of late Emir of Zuru, Major General Mohammed Sani Sami, is being expected from the UK for burial. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Bawa is right now at the Birnin Kebbi Airport to receive the corpse en route to Zuru for the funeral. Abdul Jalil, good morning to you. And can you update us on the level of preparations for the funeral?
Good morning, Nolan. Right now we are at the airstrip of Zuru town, where we are expecting the arrival of the body of the late Emir, Major General Muhammad Sani Sami Gomo II. And so far, dignitaries are trooping into Zuru town since yesterday. The body of the Emir is expected to be accompanied by Governor Nasir Idris of Kebbi State, while later in the day we are expecting the arrival of the Vice President of the Federal Republic, Senator Kashim Shettima, to grace the funeral. Equally, the itinerary of the event shows that by 2 o'clock after the Friday prayers, the funeral will be conducted at the Zuru Central Mosque. Thereafter, the army will take over the event. As you are aware, he's a general in the army, a one-time military governor of Bauchi State. Equally, his last post was Commander Gas Brigade of the Nigerian Army. So they will take the event and give him a befitting burial. So far, people are trooping since yesterday, senators, serving ministers, and House of Rep members, equally traditional rulers from all walks of life are in Zulu since yesterday, waiting for the arrival of the late Emir.
All right, thank you very much for updating us on the level of preparations as regards the burial of the late Emir. Abdul Jalil Bawa, we appreciate you.
Thank you. We'll keep updating you as events unfold in Zulu town.
Very well then. Now, as part of its social responsibility in the education sector, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan, has rehabilitated 2 dilapidated structures at LEA Primary School, Tururua in Kwali Area Council, Abuja, and donated other learning materials. President of the union, Festus Osifo, says the gesture is born out of the desire to take development to the rural communities across the country, especially hard-rich areas. Joseph Osen reports.
For about 2 years, LEA Primary School, Tukurua in Kwali Area Council of Abuja had its roof completely blown off by rain, no decks, and other learning materials. A member of the community says school children were forced to sit on bare floor to learn, and at times under days free.
So pathetic that the children cannot come to school. The children up to 1.5 years have never been in school, and anytime they even manage to come to the school, they stay under that tree to study. And you know that is not how teaching and learning will take place effectively.
And now this is what the community has, courtesy Pengasan Foundation, the charity arm of the Oil and Gas Workers Union. In just a month after his visit, the foundation completely reconstructed the 2 blocks of 6 classrooms, staff rooms, toilets, drilled a borehole, and supplied 200 desks, 800 notebooks, and school bags to enhance learning.
Any opportunity to touch the lives of children, you are actually putting happiness not just in them, but in their parents and in the entire community. So we pick this as a project as do. There are much more that we are also doing today.
Very laudable. You can see that they have chairs now. There was no sitting arrangement in the school entirely. This place will be friends. I will provide security.
The union says it will continue to identify remote communities like this across the country to lend a helping hand, either in provision of healthcare, education, or other basic amenities. In Abuja, Joseph Oten, NTA News.
In other news, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, has condemned the killing of worshippers in Katsina State by bandits, describing the attack as barbaric and gruesome. Speaker Abbas calls for the arrest and prosecution of the attackers by the security forces, saying they must be made to face the full weight of the law. The Speaker also commiserates with families affected, the Angwan Mantau community, as well as the government and people of Katsina State, while praying for the repose of the souls of the deceased. The Anambra State Police Commissioner, Oikioye Orutugu, says the 8 Agune Chamber security operatives who assaulted a corps member in Oba, Anambra State, will be charged to court for further sanctions in accordance with the law. Chinyere Fesi Okoye reports.
Here are the 8 culprits who dealt decisively with a corps member in Anambra State on the 23rd of July, now facing disciplinary measures as they have been handed over to the police.
We suspended them pending our own internal process. And now, as we have decided to hand them over to the police, whatever is the outcome of the matter in court, they still have us to contend with.
And these are people we try to give some level of orientation. Look at what they did to that lady. It's unfortunate. We condemn it. I'm very sure the state government has condemned it. However, the law must take its course.
as the masses fume over the inhuman treatment. The Commissioner of Police promises not to leave any stone unturned in handling the matter.
No matter whatever happens, one should not take certain law into one's hands to some degree. Some people should be very cautious where their rights begins and where it ends.
I think it's very essential the government look into this situation whereby they train properly the vigilante and the security members so that they will be able to function properly in the state and outside the state.
The people are under our detention, 8 of them. I cannot compromise and I will never hide it.
Meanwhile, wife of Anambra State Governor Dr. Nonye Soludo is expected to have a meeting with the core member on her return to Anambra State, while the acting director, Information and Public Relations of NYSC, in a statement states that necessary administrative procedures are on the way to assist the core member in question in managing the physiological and psychological trauma resulting from this unfortunate incident, restating the strong commitment of the core to the welfare and security of core members nationwide. In Oka, Chinyere Fesi Ukoye, NTA News.
In a similar news, the Executive Secretary, National Human Rights Commission, Tony Ojukwu, SAN, has strongly condemned the disturbing viral video showing operatives of the Agune Chamber Vigilante Group physically assaulting a youth corps member, Ms. Jennifer Edema Eloho. In a statement, while reacting to the video, described the incident as a gross violation of human dignity and a clear breach of the provisions of Nigeria's Anti-Torture Act 2017, which expressly prohibits and criminalizes torture, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment under any circumstance. He further pleaded with the Inspector General of Police and Anambra State government to provide protection for the youth corps members and encouraged Ms. Eloho to present herself to facilitate prosecution of the case by the police. The justice sector, as a catalyst for national development, is embracing digital transformation with measures to enhance effective and efficient service delivery. Attorney General and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi says this is to meet the expectations of Nigerians and support the President's vision for justice sector reforms. Umobasi Edit has the report.
It is the convergence of the top management of the Federal Ministry of Justice who are in Akwa Ibom State to reflect, align, and leverage on technological innovations to drive the justice sector reform. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi says the criminal justice sector is facing daunting challenges, including inadequate access to justice, overcrowded correctional facilities, delays in trials, and other systemic inefficiencies which require urgent and technology-driven solutions. Governor Umoino emphasizes the need to embrace technological innovations, considering the critical role in laying a legal framework for the country.
When you talk of rule of law, it does not admit of weaponizing prosecution. You do or treat each case on its own merit, and you do not get the courts involved in or turn the courts into what I will call theaters of spectacle. You take each case on its own merit. If a case is not made out, it is just not made out. There are no two ways about it. You don't have to dissipate government energy, resources, and waste the time of the court.
I'm very pleased that the Federal Ministry of Justice has seen the need to hold this retreat to see how it can continue to strengthen their position for digital transformation and thus ensure a more efficient and timely delivery of justice for all Nigerians.
Solicitor General Beatrice Jedi Agba is optimistic that the retreat would help in transforming mindset and aligning performance systems with national goals.
This retreat represents so much more than a management meeting. It is a purposeful platform for strategic dialogue, practical learning, and collective ownership of the ministry's reform priorities.
The top management retreat has as its theme positioning for digital transformation. From Ikorekbene, Umo Basadate, NTA News.
Our second break beckons on the news at 10 on NTA News 24. More reports thereafter.
Let's have credible elections at the local government so that these credible people can manage the funds of local government properly. There are a lot of respected traditional rulers in the state who can say, look, enough of this thing. Mr. Governor, welcome. Thank you for coming. When you win, what will you do?
I was the first woman that mobilized women within the local government to form the National Council of Women Society by creating awareness in women that they must serve, they must be part of what is happening within their community.
If you stop expenditure on infrastructure, how do you now attract investments?
The state governors, the presidency, that the federal government and the local government are all waiting for revenue from crude oil. Every state has something peculiar. So the emphasis now, if your local government has something peculiar to that particular local government, the emphasis should be keep producing that particular product.
We need to do three things. Prevent the ability of the terrorist groups to generate funding, their ability to recruit, and then their ability to access weapons.
The traditional ruler gives me a title. I sit in the front row in the church, or if I'm going to mosque when I'm coming, people are passing in God's own house. What am I doing? I'm mentoring a new generation who think that the only way to be taken seriously is to be seen to have a lot of money.
Good Morning Nigeria, live every weekday between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. on the network service of the NTA.
Thank you for being there. A renewed Hope Mother and Child Specialist Hospital, Ugbo Wangwe, has been inaugurated and handed over to the management of Federal Medical Center Asaba. Godfrey Nzeku reports that the facility is a project of the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals in collaboration with Federal Medical Center Asaba.
The establishment of Mother and Child Specialist Hospital is a crucial step in addressing the unique healthcare needs of mother and child in the state. It will provide comprehensive care, promoting healthy pregnancies, safe deliveries, and overall well-being of youngest citizens. It is designed to ensure that every mother feels supported, every child receives the best start in life, providing healthcare access to every family.
We noticed the high rate of maternal and infant deaths. And that's where you target our intervention to see how we can partner with the sub-national government on the instruction and directive of Mr. President to ensure that no woman die in the course of giving birth to a child.
This is a fantastic project that reflects the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President as it relates to health. We are here today to officially unveil the project.
The state governor, Sheriff Uborewore, represented by his chief of staff, Johnson Erijo, commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the gesture.
On behalf of the government and people of Delta State, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the federal government, and in particular to the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs.
The high point of the event was the inauguration of the 80-bed Mother and Child Specialist Hospital and Doctor's Quarter by Governor Sheriff Uborewore. Other dignitaries include the Olu of Warri, His Majesty Ogami Atuase III, and his entourage. Earlier, there was a tour of facilities and inauguration of 80-room house officers' quarters at Federal Medical Center Asaba by the Chairman, Board of Management, Federal Medical Center Asaba, Dr. Mary Idede. In Warri, Godfrey Nzeku, NTA News.
And elsewhere, to reposition the nation's capital as a top destination for business and tourism, Dr. Bright Inebulele was unveiled as the Abuja Groovy December ambassador at the Emerging Abuja Investiture Ceremony. The initiative, according to program coordinator Kenneth Ibe Kalu, is a strategic effort to attract global investment, nurture local talent, and transform Abuja into a vibrant hub of enterprise. Thomas Obetere reports.
The initiative is aimed at transforming Abuja into a global hub for business, tourism, and innovation. The Emerging Abuja initiative seeks to attract international investment, harness local talents, and position the city as a vibrant destination for economic growth and cultural celebration.
So part of the process of what we are doing with Emerging Abuja is to ensure that Abuja becomes a city that every part of the world, tourists and visitors and businessmen will be comfortable to come here, do business here, and then interact with the locals, and then visit a lot of scenic, what they call the scenes around Abuja. We have a lot of tourist destinations that they are dormant, and we are reawakening them in this spirit of rebranding.
A key highlight of the program is the proposed Abuja Green City project featuring modern infrastructure, urban rebranding, and the 16-day Abuja Groovy December celebration. The event aims to attract over 25 million visitors with activities like cultural displays, tourism exhibitions, competition, and entertainment, all designed to boost Abuja's economy and festive appeal.
From this December, Abuja has reawakened. Abuja is becoming a giant. So we're inviting everybody from all over the world, Nigerians in Lagos, Nigerians in Osun State, wherever they are, let them come and have a feel of over 35 plus events that will be happening at the same time, 24 hours a day for 16 days, from the 15th of December to the 31st of December. It's going to be all fun.
Dr. Bright Enebulele, creator of the Wakama app, was recognized for his digital innovation and named Abuja Groovy December Ambassador. He pledged to boost foreign investment and job creation in Abuja through the initiative.
So for me, I want to make sure that this Emerging Abuja will be one of the biggest trade shows for blockchain technology by the end of the year or 2026. So for me, it's an important event that the diaspora will come and contribute, support, because that's what's going on in Dubai.
The Emerging Abuja investiture ceremony highlights the capital's drive to become a global center for creativity with strong partnership and cultural engagement to become a major annual event showcasing the city internationally. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
The federal government says boosting socioeconomic growth depends largely on a more productive workforce. To drive this agenda, the National Productivity Center has commenced capacity building for human resource managers as key drivers of workplace efficiency. Joseph Osen reports from Kefi, Nasarawa State, where a 3-day training is underway.
This gathering brings together human resource managers from offices of the National Productivity Center across the country. Director General National Productivity Center, Bafa Babadan Agundi, represented by Director Special Duties, Ameze Apia, says the 3 days training is designed to sharpen their skills in understanding workplace challenges and adopting best practices to bring out the best in employees.
You will be exposed to best practices in HRO management, code of ethics in the public service, and understanding FCC SSI P25 and its application in the center.
Sessions are focusing on managing workplace crises, applying emotional intelligence, and building quality interpersonal relations.
Like AI, EI, so these are part of the training model that are packaged for this staff, so that they know the emotional intelligence as a human resource officer managers. You don't need to get angry, get emotional at any slight provocation.
For productivity experts, maximizing Nigeria's abundant human and natural resources depends largely on applying the right skills and techniques that enhance workforce performance. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
From Abuja, we take you to Umuahia, where Southeast is one zone in the country that is benefiting from the transformative programs and projects of the federal government, irrespective of difference in political parties of some of its governors. Chinyere Okoye reports that this was the testimony in Umuahia at the Southeast milestone under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, put together by the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation.
The event was to update the people of Southeast in general and Abia State in particular of various transformative programs and policies of the federal government that have been initiated and undergoing implementation to bring good governance down to the people. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the Southeast zone, known for industry, enterprise, and resilience, there is need for everyone to key into the transformative initiatives aimed at bringing positive development closer to the people, while advocating for more inclusiveness and equitable distribution of national projects. Represented by Head of Center, Federal Information Center, Lady Gloria Ifi Abiakam, the minister enjoined everyone to embrace these projects and programs to build a better and prosperous nation.
The Southeast is no longer an afterthought, it's a priority now. In the area of agriculture, the establishment of the Cassava Biennial project is a bold step toward food security and job creation.
In a lecture, Zonal Manager, News Agency of Nigeria, Comrade Sam Odita, listed the reconstruction of Eastern Rail Line, ongoing revolution in agri sector, students' loan scheme, massive road construction nationwide as some game-changing projects that will drive development and economic growth. Goodwill messages came from guests and representatives of some government agencies, including Renewed Hope partners.
Our president, Mr. Bola, has a very well-known plan of transforming this country.
I use this opportunity also to call on the president to bring back our railway station.
While thanking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the journey so far, there was, however, a general call for sustained and increased attention to the Southeast for more impactful projects. In Umuahia, Chinyere Okoye, NTA News.
In other news, more stakeholders are leveraging media partnerships to create awareness on the disability rights law in the nation to engender inclusivity. Ngozi Teknikyo reports that enforcement of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act 2018 is being identified as key to addressing societal stigmatization against persons with disability and bridging the inclusivity gap.
Breaking the societal stereotypes and enabling persons with disabilities to acknowledge their rights to access public facilities, rights to quality education, employment, transportation, and healthcare services, among other things, are part of issues on the table. To promote a comprehensive inclusion in the society is also prominent.
I want to ensure that, or try as much as possible, that everybody gets aware. Ignorance may not pay. Ignorance may not be an excuse, because at every stage, at every step, there's penalty.
And the law is there to protect the rights, the inclusion, the dignity of persons with disabilities in Nigeria.
The bi-monthly awareness campaign brings media practitioners and stakeholders together, ensuring that the provision of the 2018 Disability Act are widely understood, as ignorance is no excuse in law.
We have to work hand in hand with the media in order for our issues to get the kind of attention that you need to get, both among the duty bearers and the public at large.
Okay, our challenge mostly for visually impaired people, that is the blind cluster, is pretty much TV stations. Like when they have ads that they'll say call out this number, or they have ads putting addresses, and we are pretty much interested. But the fact that we can't see what's on the screen, we miss out on such great opportunities that come.
As conversations continue, advancing disability inclusion is fast becoming a collective responsibility, they say, as they crave for more interventions. In Abuja, Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
The International Organization for Migration, IOM, has reiterated its commitment to supporting Nigeria in finalizing a national financing strategy for sustainable solutions for persons of concern. Ruth Aguele reports that the assurance came during a visit by the IOM Deputy Director General of Operations to the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons in Abuja.
Migration dialogue continues to be a source of concern for nations, and this Nigeria takes seriously by working towards having a comprehensive national migration policy, which is top priority for the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. This solidarity visit by a delegation of the International Organization for Migration is to reaffirm its support for the national strategy on migration, enhance effective data management for migrants and displaced persons, to advance durable solutions and ensure migration is safe, regular and dignified.
And we will support the operationalization of the two sub-working groups, one for data and solutions and one for security and protection, while emphasizing the importance of harmonizing the data. We commend NCFRMI for initiating the revision of the policy.
The Commission is trying to see that we provide a regular solution as against handouts given out to our vulnerable ones. Now we are building skill application centers to scope that to go through the 6 legal sources we have in this country.
For both parties, they hope to strengthen partnership to operationalize the return, reintegration and reconciliation of migrants across the country, while upscaling efforts for legal pathways that will promote regular migration. In Abuja, Ruth Aguela, NTA News.
This is the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories. President Tinubu addresses cross-section of Nigerians in Japan, reassures of meeting expectations at home and in diaspora.
It's a profound moment of pride and unity for Nigerians in the diaspora, and we are deeply honored to receive you.
INEC presents certificates of return to newly elected National Assembly members. Rehabilitation work on Bida Mana Waterworks nearing completion, says National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission. Southeast stakeholders laud federal government presence in the zone.
This is NTA News 24.
Muslim women from across the country under the umbrella body of Form 1 have converged in Kaduna to discuss how faith-based organizations can drive awareness as well as action on the global crisis of climate change to embark on grassroots advocacy and sensitization. Muhammad Umar Ajingi reports.
All the way from the United Kingdom is here in Nigeria to attend the 40th anniversary and national conference of Form 1, the Federation of Muslim Women's Association in Nigeria.
We are here in our global sisterhood to show our solidarity to the Form 1 mother body
which UK is just one branch of it. And in the UK, we have 33 locations where Forman is.
Like Mujidat, many Muslim women from across the globe and from different regions and ethnic backgrounds within Nigeria have gathered here to deliberate on the continued propagation of Islam and to discuss pressing global issues such as climate change.
The Quran addresses the issue of the climate from its beginning to its end.
Climate change is a defining challenge of our age, but within every challenge lies an opportunity. By empowering women, strengthening resilience, and building sustainable communities.
Speakers at the event, including the representative of the First Lady, Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and the representative of the Vice President, commended Form 1 for its consistent promotion of Islamic moral values among young Muslim women.
Today, Form 1 is taking the lead in propagating Islam across the world. Therefore, she calls for all of us to support Form 1.
As Muslims, we understand the Quran calls for unity, cooperation, and mutual support. The Federation for Women Association in Nigeria stand as a beacon of these Islamic principles.
With the pressing needs of our time, Form 1 seeks to address social equity and climate change action by enabling Muslim women to lead and contribute to building resilient and sustainable communities.
The National Amira of Form 1, Rofia Sani, disclosed the association's future plans.
Creating transformative change throughout Nigeria.
For 40 years, Form 1 has been actively empowering women and propagating Islamic teachings not just in Nigeria, but globally through members like Mujidat Abdul Karim in the UK and many others around the world. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Marajingi, NTA News.
The Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musa Musawa, has outlined key challenges and strategic interventions to enhance the growth and development of Nigeria's creative economy and tourism sectors. Ngufan Chaji Wai reports.
Brainstorming on repositioning our vibrant revenue-generating sectors.
This gathering of departments and agencies under the Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy comes at a pivotal time, especially as the world is changing technologically, economically, and socially. The Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musa Musawa, says the creative economy must be willing and ready to drive innovations, create jobs, and be a viable tool for soft power and cultural diplomacy.
Nigerian youth should not be looking for jobs. We have the jobs in our industry, and we're ready to deliver these jobs. Our creative economy, driven by globally recognized genres like Afrobeat and Highlife, was valued at $39 million.
Strategic repositioning of arts, culture, tourism, and creative economy for national development and global competitiveness speaks to the urgent task before us to transform these sectors into engines of economic diversification.
Various agencies under the ministry signed performance bond committing to strategic repositioning of Nigeria's art, culture, tourism, and creative economy that is imperative for the nation's future prosperity. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji Ogwanyi, NTA News.
The Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, plays a vital role in the country's film industry, serving as the umbrella body for all screen actors in Nollywood. With over 2 million registered members across 36 states, the AGN has become a force in shaping the industry's future. Under the leadership of President Emeka Rollas, the Actors Guild of Nigeria has continued to grow and evolve with notable notable achievements like the recent commissioning of the AGN's ultra-modern national office in Abuja being presented to the Board of Trustees, launch of the AGN app, and roundtable initiatives that have showcased Nigerian talent worldwide, promoting cultural exchange and collaboration.
Fostered unity across all strata of our guild, healing divisions and restoring a sense of family among members, made the guild visible and respected both within Nigeria and internationally as a professional and progressive association.
We are proud to say that people or practitioners have come to identify with the Actors Guild as a prime guild in the creative industry, and we have set precedents for other guilds to follow.
On foreign news, UN chief renews calls for ceasefire in Gaza as Israel begins new operation. Details with Oyeyemi Ajayi.
The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has renewed calls for an immediate ceasefire in the Gaza war. His plea came as Palestinians started fleeing parts of Gaza City after the Israeli military began the first stages of its planned offensive there. While attending Tokyo International Conference on African Development in Japan, he said the expanded operations would cause massive death and destruction in the territory. Israel is pressing ahead with its plan to seize Gaza City, despite international criticism of the operation, which is likely to force many more Palestinians to move. It already controls around 75% of the Gaza Strip, which has been largely destroyed, and has seen the repeated displacement of large swaths of the population. An Israeli military spokesperson said troops were already operating in several areas of the city to lay the groundwork for the offensive.
And that concludes the news at 10 on NTN News 24. Thank you so much for watching. I am Norlene Ebel Ame. See you at the top of the hour for the news update.
Is on the rise, tech-driven, people-focused.